Joe, tell us about the last couple of days. Obviously, you must still be on cloud nine.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty surreal 24 hours. Really happy with the result. Firstly, I mean, it's been a while since we beat Sydney FC. So really stoked with the result and the clean sheet. But yeah, the last 24 hours have been pretty surreal. But now it's just time to refocus. We've got another game Thursday night, so another 3 points.
And obviously that save, what was going through your mind immediately after that save, and what have you thought when you've been watching the replays many times?
After I was just trying to organise the corner. The boys were all around me, which was fantastic. But I was just trying to organise them because we had another opportunity pretty soon after with that corner. So we was just trying to get them all organised. But yeah, no, it was surreal. The boys getting around me was fantastic, and watching it back, I mean, I'm trying not to watch it too many times. I've got to try refocus now. But yeah, no, it wasn't too bad.
How many times do you think you've watched it back?
Probably too many. I mean, I try to trying to get away from it, but it just keeps popping up. But no, a few times. I mean, it was a very special moment to be, I guess, in front of the Red Army as well. As an Adelaide boy growing up, in the Red Army, to have them in my back for that second half was really something special.
Does it? I mean, in your fledgling career, does that sit as the standout and highlight moment so far, and sort of everything that you built towards led to that moment?
Yeah, definitely. I think the debut a couple of weeks ago was really something special against Victory in the original rivalry away. Was really special moment. But no, to be at Cooper Stadium, like I said, in front of those home fans, and to really kind of play a part was really special for me. But yeah, it's been sort of a long journey to get to here. So no, I'm just really proud and really happy.
Sorry, you grew up watching the club, as you say. Obviously would have, I'm guessing Eugene would have been a big influence for you. What's it like now working under him, and maybe someone that you've really admired?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, like you said, grew up watching Eugene play. Used to come early to watch him warm up to see if I could learn anything. So to have him guiding me every single session, giving me tips and pointers during the game, half time, it's amazing. He's a club legend. He's well loved and respected by the fans. So to have him sort of by my side helping me, and all the keepers really, all love him and respect him massively.
What have you learned from Eugene?
Oh, a lot of things. I mean, and he said to me, he's not here to change me as a goalkeeper. I'm here for a reason, for things I've done in the past. So he's just trying the finer details, I can say, lots of technical things, and now with the games, a lot of game management, and a lot of, I guess, in those last couple of minutes was probably playing the ball a little bit too quickly. So just things like that, managing the game, and trying to give me, I guess, the experience that I may not have.
How's that core group of young goalies in James and Dakota? How have you all because you're all competing for the same spot, but you're all at similar stages in your career. How is that dynamic working, and how do you drive yourselves or compete against each other?
No, we've got a great dynamic going. I mean, like you said, we're all very young, and it creates good competition. We're all good goalkeepers, so everyone's pushing everyone. I mean, James started the first, I guess, half of the season, and he played really well. And I was pushing him, and he was playing well with some really good performances. And Dakota was pushing myself. So we've got really, really healthy competition. James will be back in, I think, 2 to 3 weeks, and he'll be pushing me. So that's the competition you want. You can't rest. You can't take it easy, because you always have someone pushing you. It's really good.
What influences Carl have? We know you worked with him in the NTC, and he's obviously, we hear it all the time with the young boys from Adelaide. He's got belief in you all. Does he have much to say, or does he leave it up to Eugene?
He leaves it up to Eugene mainly, but I get just confidence from Carl. He gives me real confidence when I go out and play. I know that the coaches trust me, so that's all he can ask for. I mean, as a young player, especially as a goalkeeper, you want to be trusted in your position, and as every player. So he gives me confidence. I've known him for quite a long time, since I was probably 13, 14 years old. So no, we have a good relationship.
You spent a year at the Mariners and a year at Melbourne City. What did you learn from your time at those two clubs, and how are you different now?
I think when I first went to the Central Coast, I was quite raw coming out of the NPL here locally. Had a lot to learn. Had a lot to learn about the skill gap and just the speed of the game. And I learned a lot there in terms of my actually goalkeeping ability and technically as well. And last year was really good. City had a very good season, made it to the grand final. So you learn winning mentalities. You learn how to win games from those guys, because we won a lot of games. And I think this year I'm different now. I think I could smell the opportunity. You could sense that opportunity as soon as they came to the club. As we've spoken about, the young goalkeepers, you knew that you were going to get a chance to play, and you just had to put in the work every single session. So I think this year was definitely more hungry than I've ever been before to play, and now I've got that opportunity. I'm hungry to keep the spot.
Given that number one spot is so up for grabs, you sort of feel like possession is 9/10 of the law, and now that you're in goals, even when James comes back, it's sort of this is my spot, this is my role to lose. Yeah,
definitely. I think it's my spot to lose. I've been given the opportunity now, and you've got to make the most of it, as does every player, young or old. So, for me, it's just about focusing on the next session, the next game, and just control what I can control. I mean, for me, it's my spot to lose.
You talked about a winning mentality that you picked up with City. 6 on the trot's not a bad winning run either. What sort of mentality is there in this group? How has that belief grown in the last 6 weeks or so?
Yeah, I mean, the belief is grown massively from week to week. I think winning is a habit, and from the start of the run, I think it was Central Coast here at Coopers. We've grown, I think, off the pitch and on the pitch. I think Sunday night you could see our performance as a whole against Sydney FC was a big growth from where we started the season. So I think every single week we're putting in the effort on the field, and every single week we're seeing the results on the field.